Hello everybody, welcome to week 12 of turning my $1 house into a cozy home. Last week I patched the living room plaster and you can see the water discoloration is coming through it, which is totally normal, but I need to prime it. This morning I went to the store and I bought some Kilz all-purpose interior primer, so I need to paint that over it, and hopefully tomorrow when I come back in, none of the discoloration will come through. Before I do that though, I really need to get my work conditions better because it is a mess in here. I'll probably use this to put down as I'm painting just to protect the floors, but I'm going to put it outside for now so I can sweep. So I've been using this snow shovel as a dustpan all throughout the whole series, but we made an upgrade. I now have a dustpan. Not just any dustpan either. I can slap my foot in it, so this is an awesome upgrade. Everything is clean in the living room. I moved these out because what I want to do is take my patching plaster and go through and patch any holes that are in the wall. I'll do that before painting the discoloration. So while I'm painting this, the patching plaster will dry and then I can go through and paint the whole rest of the living room. The first wall is painted. It looks so good. I'm hoping when I come in tomorrow, I won't see any of the discoloration bleeding through. I still have quite a few things to do. Once this dries, I'll go through and plaster anything that looks really bad. And then I'm going to paint it with a matte paint. I believe there's also paint that when you roll it on, it'll kind of look like plaster. So I'm going to look for that. And after all those steps on all the walls, I think it'll look really good. It's been over 24 hours since I painted the primer in the living room and it's looking so good. Over in this corner was where the worst part was with the water discoloration, and you can see some of the brown is seeping through. It's really not bad at all though, because I just did one thin coat of the primer. What I'm gonna do is go through every single day I start working and paint another coat over just the brown spots, and hopefully that does the trick. I'll go through and also sand all of the extra plaster that's looking bad, but for now the goal is to just get every plaster room looking like the living room with zero discoloration. While I'm working on the plaster inside, the fencing contractor is outside working on the privacy fence, and you can see he's done a lot today. He said he should have the fence done in 2 days, I believe, so I'll be able to show you guys that in this video. The ceiling is where some of the sanding needs to happen. That was a pretty simple task. I think I'm gonna make that my new daily routine until it's completely gone. Up next is the dining room. The first thing I need to do is get it cleared out. Excuse me. Okay, the dining room is officially clean. Now I'm gonna go through with a scraper and scrape off all of the loose pieces like this. After I'm done with that, I'll be able to go through with the plaster repair and fix it all like I did in the living room. All of the loose plaster is scraped off the walls, so the walls are officially ready for the plaster repair. A lot more fell off than what I expected, but it's a pretty fun process and pretty satisfying, so I didn't mind it. It's cool to look at the difference. That's the living room that was repaired, and soon the dining room is gonna look like that. While I was knocking down the plaster in the dining room, the fencing guy left, so let me show you what he's done today. He dug all of the holes all the way around where the fence is going and put the post in today. He still has a few he has to put in right here and then over to the house. This stuff is the previous owners. Hopefully we can work on getting rid of this soon, because I would love to bring Mello out here when the fence is done so that she can roam around in her new backyard while I'm working on the house. Yesterday, the plumbing contractor came and did a lot of work in the house, which is very exciting news because once the plumbing's done, the electrician will be able to finish his job. I'll be able to start rebuilding the floors in the bathroom and the kitchen area. I'll be able to put up the drywall in here. I have a new goal for my $1 house. I really want to move in by November 25th. So the fact that the plumbing started is great news for that goal. I want to move in by November 25th because that gives me a month until Christmas, and I would love to have this house cozy and decorated in Christmas decor. So far, the plumber has got all the drain line passages demoed in. You can see he dug through some dirt, and I think he even had to get through some concrete right here. So he's done a lot of work. Right here, he has the pipes laid out where the bathtub's going and where the toilet's going. I'll have to move the floor joist to get it up to code with the toilet. I'll do that very soon so he can get back to work. I get asked sometimes why I'm doing certain things for the electrician and the plumber. It's just to make it cheaper on myself. If they ask me to do something, that's less labor costs that I have to pay them if I'm able to do it. There used to be a cast iron pipe right here going all the way up. You can see the hole in the ceiling for that. So the plumber also took that out and all of the old water pipes that were right here. Now I'm downstairs. He also got the pipe set for the washer and dryer. I got some info from the previous owner. Apparently this basement used to throw some wild parties. Right here on the wall it says Zeller's Cellar. Apparently Mr. Zeller himself would throw parties down here. He was a hippie is what I was told, and that's where this graffiti art came into play. I figured I would share some fun facts about the house as I hear them with you guys. It's currently 48 degrees in here, so I'm gonna go ahead and turn on the heat, get it up to 55 so that the plaster won't be too cold to set. I still have the ceiling to do, but I need a little break because my hands are cramping up and my back is kind of hurting from reaching up. My front door and screen door came in, so I'm going to show you guys that while I take a break. Here's the front door I decided to get. It reminds me of my childhood. My grandma used to have a door like this, but it was in an oval shape. That's why I decided to go with it. I really like it a lot. I think it's beautiful and it reminds me of good times. Right here is the screen door, so I'm going to go ahead and get that open. Here's the screen door I decided to go with. It's interchangeable, so I can either put glass or a screen in there. I figured I would put glass when it's in the colder months. With glass, I'll still be able to see the front door. And then when it's hot or it feels amazing outside, I'll be able to put a screen in it and I can open up the front door and have fresh air coming in the living room. It was really important to me to get a screen door because the picture window in the living room doesn't open, so this is the only way I can get fresh air in the living room. All right, my hands are no longer cramping. I really need to knock out the ceiling in the dining room because if I do that, then tomorrow morning I can start on the front door and I won't have to worry about in here. the dining room is looking amazing, especially since a lot of it was done in low lighting. Some of the water discoloration is seeping through, especially over by the chimney. Before I fixed the roof in the chimney, water was just leaking in it, so that's why a lot of water damage happened. It is fixed. The chimney now has a cap on it, so no water is getting through. Once I paint primer over that, that'll take care of that discoloration. But yeah, it looks so good in here. I'm excited to see that this morning. Now it's time to work on the front door. Here's what the front door is currently looking like. It's just a 5-panel door, nothing special. The picture window looks a little out of place outside because there's no trim around it. Once I add trim and I paint the exterior and make it all look new and add the new front door, I think it'll really look good and tie together.
Good?
Yeah. We can take this in the kitchen. I have a lot of doors in there. Here's what it's looking like now that the front door is installed. I really love the way it turned out. I still need to put the trim up, paint the exterior, add the deck all the way across. Once those things are done, I think it'll be really beautiful out here. The front door makes the living room look so nice from the inside. I think this next to the picture window is so beautiful and it adds a lot of character. The fencing contractor got all of the posts up. He said he's gonna start on the fence tomorrow, which is Sunday. He ended up taking a few personal days, but he said he'll start tomorrow and do it till completion. While my dad and I were working on the front door, the previous owner came through and cleared some of the stuff that was where the garage used to be. He said everything that's left he doesn't want, so I might try to help out and take some of this to the dump. Also, here's the big cast iron pipe that the plumber took out. It's pretty cool to look at. There's my rabbit friend. It stays around. Look, it's coming to us. Hello, little one. I might as well name him. He comes around so much.
Yep.
Hello. Hello. You're very cute. Alright, I'm done for the day. Next week I should have the garage platform cleared out. I should have a privacy fence. I should have electric in some of the plaster rooms and whatever else I get into. So be sure to subscribe, turn on your bell notifications, and I'll see you next Sunday at 8 a.m. Mountain Time.